Okay, so good day everyone. I am Sir Wawi and I'll be your guide in exploring the first lesson for the first quarter in Science 8. So this quarter will dive into the amazing world of biology, or also known as life science. You will learn concepts that explain how living things work and interact. And I hope that you will enjoy our discussions today and have fun while learning. Let's begin. So the first topic that we will discuss in this quarter is about digestive system. Okay, so are you familiar with digestive system? Okay, very good. So don't forget to read the learning competency of this lesson. Using a label diagram, trace how food travels through the digestive tract and explain how different digestive processes work, including mechanical processing, secretion, digestion, absorption, and elimination. So as you can observe, meron tayong mga highlighted words, and then I hope that you will learn and understand these words throughout the lesson. And the second learning competency, use models, flowcharts, diagrams, and simulations to explain how body systems work together, such as digestion and excretion. Do you think that your digestive system work independently or it is connected to other body system? So let's see. So for the learning objectives, identify the parts and functions of digestive system. You are tasked to identify the parts and function of digestive system. Second one, create model to show how food travels in the digestive tract. It's either I will ask you to create a drawing of your digestive system or provide an illustration. And then the third one, provide measures on how to take care of your digestive system. Okay, what are the ways that you can suggest to take care of the digestive system? Number four, or the fourth one, describe how the digestive system interacts with other bodily systems. So are you ready to learn more about digestive system? That's the spirit. Okay, so for our review, okay, I have 6 illustration of human body organ systems. But take note, hindi lang yan po hindi lang po anim yung body system natin. But of course, in this lesson, nag-provide lang ako ng selected organ system. But before that, what is an organ system? Okay, so an organ system or body system is a group of organs working together to perform a certain function. So let's say your digestive system. The main organ is your stomach, right? And your stomach do not work alone. Okay, meron din yung mga partner organ. Okay, so your stomach alone cannot be called as digestive system. Okay, so sabi ko nga, ang body system is a group of organs that work together to perform a certain function. Okay, so here are the 6 body system that I provide. So can you pinpoint the circulatory system in the 6 illustration? Very good, that's it. What about your skeletal system? Okay, what about your muscular system? Correct. What about your respiratory system? Excellent. What about your digestive system? Wow, terrific. What about your nervous system? That's it. Okay. So you are really familiar about the body systems in our body. Okay. But in addition, there are body systems that can be found in our body, like for example, your reproductive system, integumentary system, urinary system, or also known as excretory system. Okay, endocrine system. Okay, those are some of the body system that can be found in our body. But let's focus on this 6. Okay, let's start with circulatory system. What is circulatory system? The main organ is your heart, of course. Heart. The circulatory system moves blood around the body. Your heart pumps blood all throughout your body. It carries oxygen and nutrients to cells and takes away waste. Okay, so of course your heart, meron siyang mga katulong. Okay, like for example, your blood capillaries, your blood vessels, veins, okay, and aside from that, the blood which is pumped by your heart, it carries oxygen. And of course, the most important, nutrients, to cells and takes away waste. Okay, next we also have okay, your skeletal system. So the main organ or part is your bones. Okay, description: the skeletal system supports the body to stand, or it supports your body to perform several actions like jogging, walking, jumping, and many more. It protects organs like, for example, your brain. Okay, your brain is protected by your skull. Your heart, lungs is protected by your rib cage. Okay, and it helps with movement, like what I've said, like for example, walking, jogging, and many more types of movement. It also makes blood vessels or blood vessels. Correct me, ha? Not blood vessels. It makes blood cells, to be specific, red blood cells within your bone marrow. Okay. So next, muscular system. So the main organ is your muscles, of course. And the muscular system helps the body move. Muscle also helps us breathe, digest food, and keep posture. Just take note that most of the organs in our body is made of muscles. Okay, so it helps the body to move. Like what I've said, kaya tayo nakakagalaw-galaw ng ayos because of your muscles. Okay. And then there are three types of muscles. Of course, in our body, we have the smooth muscles, skeletal muscles, and cardiac muscles. Okay, next, respiratory system. Okay, main organ is your lungs, and then the description: the respiratory system brings oxygen into the body and removes carbon dioxide when we breathe. Okay, inhale oxygen, exhale carbon dioxide. Okay, next, digestive system. Of course, the main organ is your stomach, and then the digestive system breaks down food into nutrients the body can use for energy, growth, and repair. That's the main function of your digestive system, to break down the food into smaller pieces, small enough to be absorbed by your body. Okay, and then of course we have the nervous system. Main organ is the brain. Okay, the nervous system controls everything that we do. It sends messages between the brain and the rest of the body. Okay, so your brain is like the master of all the organ, because it's the one that sends commands, okay, or messages or certain instructions for a particular organ. Ayan. Okay, so I hope that you are refreshed. Okay, na-refresh tayo dun sa ibang mga body system. Okay, we will not discuss it one by one, but in this lesson, we will focus on the undigestive system. Okay, so for your first activity, okay, entitled My Favorite Food. For the objectives, analyze the importance of food to one's body. Okay, for instruction, your ball pen, and of course your notebook. And then for your materials, your ball pen and your notebook. And for the instructions, think of your favorite food. Mabilis lang naman, ano? Think of your favorite food right now. What is your favorite food? My favorite food is what? Okay, right now, since I'm adult, my favorite food is vegetables. Okay, fakeness or vegetables daw. Okay, just kidding. Vegetables, my favorite food. So describe why you like it. It's healthy, it's delicious, and then we can get many benefits on that. And then identify the ingredients and describe how it can help to keep your body healthy. Of course, vegetables, I prefer bulang lang. Okay, if you are familiar, yung may sabaw na gulay. So ingredients that I put salt, another is black pepper, onions, garlic, what else? I also put a tomato. Okay, those are the things that I put in my bulang lang. Okay, so ano kaya yung mga questions diyan? Why do you like the food that you have chosen? Of course, like what I've said, it's healthy, it's delicious, it's yummy, and I can get so much benefits on that. What about you? What did you choose? I hope that you choose the healthy one, not the fries, not the burger, okay, or other junk foods. Okay, so, sir, bawal po bang kainin yun? Pwede naman. Okay, you can eat those things, but in moderation. Okay? So next question. Is your favorite healthy? Healthy ba? So yung sa akin, is your favorite food or favorite healthy? Of course, vegetables are healthy. Why? Because we can get many nutrients in that. Okay? Next, how does your body make use of the nutrients from your favorite food? Okay, paano ba ginagamit ng katawan natin yung mga nutrients na nakukuha daw dun sa pagkain na kinain natin? Of course, those nutrients will be converted into energy. Okay, for us to perform properly. Imagine kung hindi tayo kumakain, wala tayong nutrients, walang sustansya sa katawan, lagi tayong may energy gap, lutang, tulala, kung iba nanginginig-nginig pa, no? So, we really need to ensure that we eat properly on time and then the food that we eat is healthy. So the second question, what system helps it absorb the nutrients? Of course, it's the digestive system. Siya yung bida ngayon eh. Okay, so for our second activity, crossword puzzle on digestive system, unlock the meaning of words related to the digestive system. Read and analyze the clues given to to complete the word puzzle below. So get your notebook. So try this one. Sige nga, matatry ba natin? So, I will give you choices here. Screenshot niyo muna to. Ayan, na-screenshot na ba? Okay, then let's go back to the crossword puzzle. So, meron tayong mga clue for words here. Start muna tayo dito sa number 1. So, the semi-fluid mass of partially digestive food and gastric juices that is formed into the stomach and passed into the small intestine. What do you think is that? Semi-fluid mass of partially digested food. It is, okay, it's chyme. Okay, chyme. Second one, down. Biological molecules that speed up chemical reactions such as the breakdown of food into smaller molecules for absorption. What do you think is the answer for that? It's enzymes. So here, okay, enzymes. Yung number 1 kanina, chyme. Okay. So number 3, small finger-like projection in the lining of the small intestine that increase its surface area for absorption. What is that? Finger-like. Para daw finger-like. It is known as, okay, villi. It's villi. So for number 5, across, an enzyme produced in the saliva and pancreas that breaks down carbohydrates into simpler sugars. So ano daw yung enzyme na napoproduce, okay, in the saliva and in the pancreas? It is known as, what do you think is that? It's amylase. Okay, amylase. And then, number 6 down, tiny hair-like structures on the surface of villi. Okay, that further increase the surface area available for nutrient absorption. So, for the tiny hair-like structure in the villi is known as microvilli. Okay, for number 7, the digestion process of breaking down food into simpler chemical compounds through enzymatic reactions. So for number 7 is okay, chemical, enzymatic reactions. Okay, so nalikdangan pala natin yung number 4, ano? Okay, so yung number 4, the physical breakdown of digestion of food into smaller pieces by chewing, grinding, and churning. Ang sagot naman dyan ay mechanical. Okay, mechanical. Next, number 8. Okay, an enzyme that breaks down proteins into amino acids. Kanina, yung enzyme na nagbe-break or nagda-digest ng carbohydrates is amylase. What about the enzyme that breaks proteins? It's pepsin. Okay. So next, number 9. A round mass of food that has been chewed and mixed with saliva in the mouth, ready to be swallowed. Okay, it's, what is that? Okay, rounded mass of food that has been chewed and mixed with saliva. It's bolus. Okay, bolus. Ano? Okay, next, number 10. The process by which digested nutrients are taken up by the cells lining the digestive tract and transported into the bloodstream, it's absorption. Okay. And then, number 11, the involuntary muscle contractions, it's peristalsis. Okay. And then the number 12, an enzyme that breaks down fats into fatty acids and glycerol, it's, okay, lipase. Ayan. Okay, so let's continue our discussion. So baka ano lang kayo, malito ano. So i-discuss pa naman natin ito. Kumbaga, um, mga clue or refresher lang itong mga definition na to. And I hope na matandaan pa din natin. Okay, ito ano later ano kasi magagamit pa din natin 'yan ano. So wag na nating intindihin tong mga box. May namali lang ako na encode dito. Okay, dito sa ating mga boxes sa crossword puzzle. So anyway, the next one for our next activity. Ayan, number 3, parts and function of the digestive system. So describe the different parts and function of your digestive system. Okay, so wag muna tayo manood ng video. Okay, so let's discuss the different parts of and function of digestive system. Okay, so I will give you 5 minutes, okay, to label the diagram or illustration of your digestive system. Okay, so go. Are you done? Okay, so let's check. Or pwede yung i-pause mo na, pause mo na tong video para makapag-sagot kayo. Okay, i-pause niyo muna yung video. Ayan, so sige, magsagot na tayo. Number 1. Okay, so for number 1, it's mouth, correct. For number 2, the pharynx. Number 3, esophagus. Number 4, your stomach. Number 5, your small intestine. Number 6, pancreas. And for number 7, we have large intestine. Okay, we also have your gallbladder, your rectum, your liver. Ayan. So, yan yung ating mga sagot dun sa ating labeled part. Pa-check na lang ako ng mga numbers. But of course, we will discuss this one by one. Let's start with your mouth. Okay, so mouth starts digestion by chewing food and mixing it with saliva. So the first organ in your digestive system is your mouth. Okay, so let's further discuss this organ. Okay, mouth. Ayan. So your mouth is, what is the function of your mouth again? It's for chewing. The other term for chewing is mastication. And the process of taking in of food in your mouth is known as ingestion. Okay? Ayan. So next, in your mouth, we have 3 accessory organ. Your teeth, your tongue, and your salivary gland. Okay, so what is the main function of your teeth? Okay, we have 3 types of teeth. Your incisors, which is used for cutting, pamputol ng mga pagkain, ano? Your canines, or for tearing, pampunit. Okay, molars for grinding, pangdurog. Okay, so your tongue. What about your tongue? Your tongue facilitates the movement of food and aids in swallowing. Swallowing. Paglunok, ano? Okay, so next, your salivary gland produce saliva which contains amylase. So your amylase is an example of enzymes. Again, what is an enzymes? Biological molecules that speed up chemical reactions such as the breakdown of food into smaller molecule for absorption. That's the main function of enzymes. Pampabilis daw. Okay, para mas mabilis ma-digest ang pagkain. Okay, imagine na lang without enzymes. Okay, baka abutin ng weeks or several days yung food natin bago ma-digest or possible hindi ma-digest. Okay, that's the importance of enzymes. So, your enzymes in saliva, which is known as amylase, help to break down carbohydrates. So, ibig sabihin, yung mga pagkain or yung mga food na ini-intake natin na may carbohydrates, sa bibig pa lang or sa mouth pa lang, nagsisimula na yung digestion process. Is that clear? Okay. So, next. Okay, next to your mouth, we have your pharynx. So what is the pharynx? So pharynx is also known as your throat, the passageway that moves food from the mouth to the esophagus. So yung ating pharynx or yung throat natin, yun yung dinadaanan ng ating food before entering the what? Before entering the esophagus. Okay, like this one. So ito po yung ating pharynx. Nandito siya. Ayan. And if you can observe in the short clip, merong nagsasara doon. Okay, ito yun, yung nagsasara. Yung parang tumutupi. Ayan, ito. Yung tumutupi na yan. Ang tawag natin doon is epiglottis. Epiglottis is a flap of cartilage located at the back of the throat that closes over the windpipe during swallowing to prevent food or liquid from entering the airway. So, nag-close yon pag lumulunok tayo para yung food hindi mapunta dun sa airway. Okay. So, going back in your pharynx, okay, the food, okay, mixed with saliva that pass into your pharynx is known as bolus. Okay, bolus. Kanina dun sa ating crossword puzzle. Bolus is a solid food or round solid food mixed with saliva. Okay. Next to pharynx, we have your esophagus. Of course, your esophagus, a tube that pushes food down to the stomach. So, esophagus is made of muscles. Huwag magsasabing buto yan. It's not a bone. Okay, it's a muscles. Okay. So, esophagus, ayan. So, this is your esophagus. Tingnan natin yun. That's the bolus that moves to your esophagus. And the movement, okay, of bolus in your esophagus is known as peristalsis. So, peristalsis is the involuntary muscle contractions that propel food and liquid through the digestive tract. Just remember, hindi lang po sa esophagus nangyayari yung peristalsis, okay, or contractions of muscle. Okay, possible, nangyayari rin po yan in the small intestine. Okay, so, at the end of your esophagus, meron tayong nakikitang esophageal sphincter. That is known as the esophageal sphincter. Okay, kumbaga para siyang yung parang end portion ng esophagus before entering the stomach. So, what is the main function of your esophageal sphincter? Okay, your esophageal sphincter closes after entering the food into your stomach. And it opens pag pumapasok naman yung bolus sa ating stomach. Bakit may ganun? Bakit may nag-open and close? For the acids in your stomach to prevent entering your esophagus. Kasi nga, yung ating tiyan, meron tayong mga acids doon. Which is not, okay, suitable for or hindi pwedeng mapunta sa esophagus. Okay. Your esophagus is approximately 25 cm long. Ganyan lang siya kahaba, ano? Medyo maikli. Akala natin sobrang haba, no? Okay. Next, your stomach. Okay. So, your stomach, it breaks down food using acids and enzymes. So, meron tayo dito mga misconceptions. Ano, akala natin, di yan talaga natutunaw yung pagkain sa ating stomach or sa tiyan natin. But, gamutin na natin yung misconception na yun. Ano? So, in other references, stomach is just a temporary storage of food. Okay. So, actually, yung food natin nagtatagal lang dyan ng 2 to 3 or 4 hours, depending kung ano yung food na kinain natin. Pag sobrang titigas, of course, it stays longer, especially yung mga food na mga frozen foods. Mas matagal sila magstay sa ating tiyan. So, sabi dyan, it breaks down food using acids and enzymes. Okay. So, these are the enzymes or gastric juice in the stomach. One of this is the hydrochloric acid or HCl. So, yung ating hydrochloric acid sa tiyan, it creates an acidic environment with a pH level of 1.5 to 3.5. to break down food and kill harmful microorganisms. Kasi nga minsan dun sa kinakain natin, may mga napapahalong mga bacteria. Kaya hindi naman 100% sure na yan ay malinis yung kinakain natin. So, yung ating tiyan may hydrochloric acid na tumutulong para naman mapatay or mapuksa yung mga bacteria na meron doon sa ating pagkain. The second gastric juice is the pepsin. So, na-discuss natin sa crossword puzzle, na-meet natin nito. An enzyme that digests proteins by breaking them into smaller peptides. Okay, and then the second or the third gastric juice is the gastric lipase, an enzyme that helps to digest fats, though its role is minor compared to pancreatic lipase. Minor lang. Okay, hindi naman totally nadadigest dito lahat ng pagkain sa ating tiyan. And then after that, the food is mixed with this gastric juice and then tatawagin na natin yan as chyme. Okay, so chyme. Ayan po. Chyme, the semi-fluid mass of partially digested food and gastric juices that is formed in the stomach and passed into the small intestine. After this process, the chyme will enter your small intestine. But before that, meron din pong hati ang small intestine and your stomach. Parang yung sa esophagus and stomach. Ang tawag naman natin doon is pyloric sphincter. Nag-close din yun ang nag-o-open pag papasok na yung chyme sa ating small intestine. Okay. So next, we have your small intestine. Okay. So small intestine where most digestion and absorption of nutrients happen. Grabe yung gawain ng small intestine. Ano? Tingnan natin, no? Small intestine, about 90% of digestion occurs in the small intestine. So, dito pala talaga karamihan or majority of digestion process happened. It also where most of the nutrient absorption takes place. Vitamin absorption, ano pa, lahat ng mga important nutrients nandyan na absorb sa ating small intestine. And the inner surface of the small intestine is lined with structure called villi. Tingnan natin yung loob ng small intestine. Yan po yun. Okay, at yung villi po natin, meron pang hair-like projections known as microvilli, which increase the surface area for better absorption of nutrients. After ma-absorb ng villi, it will be delivered into your blood streams through the help of your circulatory system. O, diba? May connection. Your circulatory system will pump blood, which carries oxygen and nutrients that is absorbed by your villi. Okay. Next, ayan, we have pancreas. Of course, nasabi natin 90% of digestion happened in your small intestine. Pero meron siyang katulong, your pancreas. Okay, nadadigest ng ating small intestine yung mga food natin. It's because pancreas makes enzymes that help break down food into small intestine. Okay, nagsisecrete ito ng pancreatic juices. Pancreatic juices yung sinisecrete ng pancreas natin in digestive system. But did you know that pancreas has another function, especially in your endocrine system? Okay, your pancreas in the context of endocrine system or hormones, it produces insulin. Okay, so yung insulin natin, siya yung regulate ng sugar level natin. Okay, your insulin. Pag sobrang taas ng ating blood sugar, nagsisecrete po ng insulin yung pancreas natin para ito'y ma-lower down. What if pag sobrang baba naman ang blood sugar level natin? Pag sobrang baba, insulin ba ang ipoproduce ng pancreas? Okay, no. Nagsisecrete ang pancreas natin ng glucagon. Okay, para naman mapataas yung ating sugar level or para mapunta dun sa balance, okay, or yun lang sa maximum or tamang level ng sugar level. Ayan, pero sa ating digestive system, iba yung function ng pancreas. It secretes enzymes or pancreatic juices. Okay. Next to pancreas, we also have your large intestine. Okay. But before we proceed on large intestine, ano pa ba yung katulong ng ating what do you call this? Small intestine. Katulong din ng small intestine yung ating liver. It produces bile that helps to break down fats. Ito naman yung at tumutulong sa small intestine para ma-digest ng ayos yung mga fats na meron sa ating pagkain. Okay, that's your liver. Another is your gallbladder. Ayan, gallbladder stores and releases bile into the small intestine. So ano po sir ang kaibahan ng liver and the gallbladder? So yung liver natin mga anak, siya yung tagagawa. It produces or secretes bile. While your gallbladder, pag hindi pa kailangan yung bile, doon siya naiimbak. Kaya nga stores and release. Pag kailangan na, mag-release yung ating gallbladder. Pero yung gallbladder natin, hindi siya yung taga-gawa talaga ng bile, but your liver. Okay, next. Okay, proceed naman tayo sa ating large intestine. So, your large intestine absorbs water and forms solid waste. Okay, nandito na sa ating large intestine. Okay, nag-a-absorb. Ang pinakatrabaho na lang yun ay mag-absorb ng water, okay, na meron dun sa undigested foods. And large intestine is also known as colon. Colon yung ibang tawag sa ibang reference. And then, your large intestine consists of many bacteria. Okay, this bacteria is considered as good bacteria that helps to strengthen your immune system. Okay, dito rin nabubuo yung mga poops natin, okay, na mga solid or yung stool natin. Okay, next to your large intestine is your rectum. So your rectum stores poop before it's released from the body. So pag hindi pa ready ilabas si poop, okay, sa rectum na iimbak na store yung ating mga poops or stool. But remember, okay, wag tayong magpipigil ng tayo kasi masama din yun. Okay, pag talagang nandyan na yung nature call, tinatawag na tayo ng kalikasan, go na tayo. Huwag na tayong magpigil. Okay? Ayan. So, next, okay? Next activity, hindi na po natin, or next discussion is about the classification of organ. So, organ in your digestive system is classified into three. Alimentary, okay? What else? We have digestive glands and accessory. So, titingnan natin kung alin diyan yung alimentary organ, digestive glands, and accessory. Ano ba pag sinabi nating alimentary? Okay, ito yung alimentary, dito yung mga part na dinadaanan lang ng pagkain. Okay, or ito yung mga dinadaanan ng ating digestive processes, alimentary. May digestion na nang yayari. Okay, while digestive glands, okay, ito naman yung mga nagpo-produce ng mga enzymes. Tumutulong para matunaw yung pagkain. Okay, pero hindi naman necessarily na dumadaan sa kanila yung pagkain. Okay, doon sa ating mga digestive glands. Okay, and then we have accessory. Okay, accessory in the sense na okay, parang hindi naman siya masyadong kailangan. Okay, parang nandun lang siya. Okay, pero tumutulong din siya sa digestion process. Okay, the first part belong to alimentary organ is your mouth. Okay, so mouth, the function starts digestion by chewing food and mixing it with saliva. Ano ba yung movement na meron sa ating mouth? We have chewing, mastication, and swallowing. Okay, that's the movement. And the type of digestion, mechanical. Pag tayo nagngunguya, chewing, okay, through the help of your teeth, ang tawag natin doon ay mechanical digestion. But when your salivary gland produce saliva, which contains amylase and break down starch or carbohydrates, nagiging chemical digestion na yun. So, ibig sabihin, dalawang type ng digestion yung nangyayari sa mouth natin. Mechanical digestion and chemical digestion. So, I hope that you understand that. Okay? So, for the second elementary is your pharynx. Passageway. Dumadaan ba din bang food yan? Of course. The bolus pass the pharynx before entering the esophagus. So, yung function ng pharynx, passageway that moves food from the mouth to the esophagus. Movement, swallowing. Okay, voluntary at first and then involuntary daw yung movement dyan sa ating pharynx. Type of digestion, wala namang nangyayaring digestion po sa ating pharynx. It only acts as passageway, daanan lang. Walang mechanical digestion or chemical digestion. The next one is your esophagus. Nadaanan din ba ng pagkain? Of course. Tube that pushes food down to the stomach. Ano nga yung involuntary movement that happened in your esophagus? Okay, very good. It is known as peristalsis. Okay, movement. Peristalsis, wave-like muscle contractions pushing food down. May digestion po bang nangyayari? Wala. No digestion, just transport. Okay, for number 4, we have stomach. Dumadaan din ba ang pagkain? Okay, correct. Breaks down food using acids and enzyme. May movement ba? Churning, mixing of food with gastric juices. Anong type naman daw ng digestion? Okay, mechanical and chemical din pala, no? Mechanical when we churn. Okay, churning of food. Chemical, enzymes and acid breaks protein. Okay, so na-discuss naman natin yung mga enzymes na possible na makita or nare-release sa stomach. Ano? Okay. Next, number 5, your large intestine. Dumadaan din po ba? Okay, ang pagkain, of course, absorbs water and forms solid waste. Okay, movement, meron ba? Slow peristalsis mass movement, stronger waves that push waste out. Sabi ko nga sa inyo, hindi lang po sa esophagus nangyayari yung peristalsis. Nangyayari din yan sa ibang organ ng ating digestive system. Meron bang type of digestion? Wala na, kasi ng digestion process ay natapos na sa ating small intestine. So none. Mostly absorption of water, some bacterial action on undigested food. So sir, pwede po ba natin makonsider as elementary din ang small? Yes. Pero nagfo-fall talaga ang small intestine natin sa digestive glands. Okay, so next classification is your digestive glands. One of this is pancreas. Okay, function makes enzymes that help break down food in the small intestine. Movement, wala. Kasi, hindi naman dumadaan sa pancreas ang pagkain, di ka? Type of digestion, chemical syempre, because it secretes enzyme amylase, lipase, or protease into the small intestine to break down carbohydrates, fats, and proteins. Okay, ano pa ba yung mga digestive glands? Meron din tayong liver. It produces bile that helps break down fats. Okay, taga-break ng fats. May movement ba sa liver? Wala, kasi hindi naman dumadaan ang pagkain sa liver. Type of digestion? Chemical, syempre, kasi siya ay nagpo-produce ng bile to break down fats. Okay. Number 8, salivary glands. Okay. Considered po nating digestive glands ang ating salivary glands. It makes saliva that helps soften food and starts breaking down starch in the mouth. May movement pa? None. Okay. Type of digestion, syempre chemical, because it produces saliva containing amylase which starts to break down starch or carbohydrates in the mouth. Ano? Okay. Your small intestine, pwede natin din consider siya as elementary kasi dumadaan naman sa ating small intestine ng food. Pero siya daw ay mostly digestive gland. Kasi nga, where most digestion and absorption of nutrients happened. And meron din, mostly kasi ng mga enzymes sa kanya na. At meron din, nagre-release din ng enzyme ng kanya ang ating small intestine. Meron ba movement? Yes. Peristalsis and segmentation, churns and propels food. Okay. So, type of digestion, mechanical, churning, segmentation, and chemical digestion when enzymes from pancreas and intestinal glands continue digestion of all nutrients. So, mechanical din and chemical sa ating small intestine. Ano? Next, number 10, gallbladder accessory. Okay, wala talaga siyang ginagawa. Okay, 'di ba? Wala talaga itong ginagawa. Hindi naman siya nagpo-produce. Okay, 'di ba? Hindi talaga siya nagagawa ng bile. Siya lang ay storage. So, kahit wala siya, kahit wala yung gallbladder, may bile pa din tayo. Kasi yung liver ang possible mag-produce noon. Okay. Stores and releases bile into the small intestine. Movement contracts to release bile into the small intestine. Type of digestion, syempre chemical because of the presence of bile that helps to break down fats into smaller droplets, a process called emulsification. Ayan, so proceed naman tayo dun sa common misconception in digestive system. Number 1, digestion happens only in the stomach. Sa stomach lang po ba nangyayari ang digestion? No. While the stomach is a crucial organ for digestion, the process actually begins in the mouth, with chewing and saliva breaking down the food and continues in the small intestine where most of nutrient absorption occurs. Sabi ko nga sa inyo, 90% of digestion process happened in your saan? Small intestine. Hindi po sa stomach. Okay, yun yung ating pinaka-common misconception. Ano? Akala natin dun talaga natutunaw yung pagkain sa stomach or nadadigest. Okay, number 2, all bacteria in the gut are harmful. In the gut or in the large intestine. No, in reality, the gut contains a mix of beneficial and harmful bacteria. Beneficial bacteria aid in digestion, produce essential nutrients, and support the immune system. Actually, yung mga bacteria natin sa ating large intestine is mostly good bacteria. And then, it also helps to strengthen your immune system. Okay. Next, number 3. Digestive issues are solely caused by food. Okay, yung mga digestive issues natin are like, for example, pananakit ng kung ano-ano man. While diet plays a significant role in digestive health, other factors such as stress, medications, genetics, and underlying medical conditions can also contribute to digestive problems. Hindi lang food yung sisisihin natin kung bakit tayo nagkakasakit. Ano? Okay? May mga factors din, like for example, stress ka. Okay, possible maapektuhan yung ating digestive system. Okay, pwede rin genetics na mamana. Medications, umiinom ka ng mga sangkatutak na gamot, possible maapektuhan ng ating digestive system. And syempre, yung mga underlying medical conditions or kung meron ka pang iba pang problem, pwedeng karoon ng mga complications. Kaya hindi lang food yung dahilan talaga kung bakit tayo nagkakasakit sa digestive system. Next, number 4. Chewing gum takes 7 years to digest. Napaka-imposible naman. So, this is a common myth. Chewing gum is not digested. Though hindi siya nadadigest like food, it usually passes through the digestive system without being broken down and is eventually expelled from the body. So, kung hindi yan madigest, mailalabas yan sa ating katawan through elimination, which is eliminated through the help of your anus. Okay, next, number 5. Spicy food causes stomach ulcers. Spicy food can exacerbate existing ulcers or cause discomfort in some individuals, but it does not directly cause stomach ulcers. The majority of ulcers are caused by the bacterial infection by Helicobacter pylori or prolonged use of non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs. So, yung ating ulcer, hindi po yan talaga na-explain na dahil sa pagkain ng spicy foods. Okay, yung ating mga stomach ulcer pag tayo nagpapagutom. Okay, nagkakaroon ng accumulation ng Helicobacter pylori or paggamit din ng non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs. Ano bang mga example nito? Like for example, mga mefenamic or kung ano man. Kaya dapat pag iinom tayo ng mga gamot, make sure na may laman ang tiyan natin. Okay? Kasi nga pag walang laman ng tiyan natin, ako, mahirap daw. Kaya nga nung ako'y bata pa, pag iinom ako ng mga gamot, pinapakain or minimake sure ng parent ko na may laman ang tiyan ko. Okay, next, number 6. Fasting detoxifies the body. No, hindi, ibig sabihin detoxify, kine-cleanse, nililinis. Hindi po, ang fasting po ay hindi nakakapaglinis ng katawan. While intermittent fasting or detox diets may have some benefits, the idea that they detoxify the body by cleansing the digestive system of toxins is largely unfounded. Yung detoxification or pag-detoxify ng ating katawan ay trabaho yan ng liver and kidneys, hindi fasting. Okay, are primarily responsible for filtering and eliminating toxins from the body. Aagawan pa ng function ng kidney. So, hindi po. Ang pagpa-fasting ay hindi nakaka-cleanse. Next, everyone needs to eat 3 meals a day. Okay, so yun yung common natin. The ideal number of meals varies for everyone. Some people may feel better with 3 meals a day, while others may prefer smaller for frequent meals or intermittent fasting. It's essential to listen to your body's hunger and fullness cues. Okay? So, pwede rin namang hindi 3 times a day. Pwedeng lumampas or pwedeng dalawa lang. Depende yun sa katawan natin kung kailan tayo magugutom. Pag alam naman ng super full pa tayo kakain ng kakain. So, masama din yung super kain ng kain, Okay. Next, number 8, digestive enzymes aid weight loss. Okay, hindi po. Okay, ang digestive enzymes po natin ay tumutulong lang sa pag-breakdown ng food, hindi para tayo ay mamayat. Ano ba? So, para tayo pumayat, syempre, okay, kailangan natin ng balanced diet, regular physical activity or exercise, and lifestyle changes. Huwag nating iasa sa digestive enzymes. Okay, next, number 9. Stomach acid causes heartburn. Okay, hindi po. No, contrary to popular belief, heartburn is often caused by weakened lower esophageal sphincter. Yun nga yung sinasabi ko na sa inyo kanina, yung opening before the stomach. Your esophageal sphincter, kasi nga nakaka-enter doon yung acid, pag nagkakaroon tayo ng stomach acid, acid reflux. Okay. So, kaya nga dapat proper yung function ng ating esophageal sphincter. While excess stomach acid can exacerbate symptoms, it's not always the primarily cause. Hindi talaga primarily cause ng stomach acid ang heartburn. Ano? Next, pwede siyang mag-contribute pero hindi siya yung pinaka-sole reason. Number 10, digestive system works independently of the rest of the body. Hindi po independently. Ito yung pangatlo, ano. So, ang digestive system po natin, it works interconnectedly. Connected siya sa ibang mga body system. So, for example, the digestive system is intricately connected to other bodily system, including the nervous, endocrine, and immune system. Factors such as stress, emotion, hormones, and overall health can influence digestive function. So, ang nervous system, connected. Kasi nga, yung ating nervous system, it sends when muscles contracts. Okay, nagsasend siya ng instructions. Okay, connected din ang circulatory kasi pag absorb ng villi yung mga nutrients, syempre yung ating mga nutrients, it will be delivered into the blood. Ang nagpapump ay heart. So, which is related to circulatory. Okay, so hindi po independent ang ating digestive system. Okay, connected din yan sa ibang body system. Okay, so for our activity, by group to, sa ating room sana. Pero sagutan na lang natin to ng one by one. So, body system, skeletal system muna. Relationship to digestive system. Ano kayong relationship niya? The digestive system supplies nutrients essential for the growth and repair of bones. Okay, kaya dapat enough yung nutrients na meron dun sa mga pagkain natin para magkaroon tayo ng healthy bones. Okay, next. We also have muscular system. Nutrients from the digestive system fuel muscle activity, whether it involves skeletal, smooth, or cardiac muscle. So, ano ba yung mga pagkain na nakaka-build up ng muscles? Siyempre, proteins. Okay, ano nga yung enzymes na nagda-digest ng proteins? Correct. Pepsin. Next, respiratory system. Relationship to digestive system. The digestive system furnishes nutrients to supports the diaphragm function in facilitating breathing or breathing rather. Okay, next, number 4. Circulatory system. Ano yung connection niya sa digestive system? Nutrients from the digestive system sustain the heart's function by providing it with essential substances necessary for circulation. Mostly nutrients ang pinoprovide talaga ng digestive system. Next, nervous system. Ano naman yung relationship niya sa digestive system? The digestive system supplies energy for the brain to carry out cognitive function and regulate other bodily systems. Affected ang brain pag tayo'y gutom. Talaga gumana. Talagang experience yan. Based on my experience, pag tayo gutom ay talagang hirap mag-function. Next, number 6. Excretory system or urinary system. The digestive system provides nutrients required for kidney function in filtering blood and removing waste products generated by other bodily system. Okay? So, before we end up, ito muna yung ating 3-2-1 exit ticket on digestive system. What are the 3 things that you learned? 2 things I like about the lesson and 1 question I have. So, pwede kayong magtanong sa ating comment section if you have. Okay, so we are done. So, I hope that you are ready for our quiz. So, get a piece of paper, Okay, read the questions carefully and choose the letter of the correct answer. Write your answer in a quarter sheet of paper. Sige, ready na? So, which of the following is not a part of the digestive system? A. Liver, B. Kidney, C. Stomach, D. Small intestine. So, andyan yung hindi part, yung hindi natin na-discuss ha? Okay, correct. It's letter B, kidney. Wala naman tayo na-discuss sa digestive system na kidney. Okay, number 2. How does the nervous system regulate digestion? Paano ba nag-regulate ang nervous system sa digestion? A. By producing enzymes. Letter B. By secreting hormones, lalo nang hindi. C. By controlling muscle contractions. Possible. Letter D. By filtering waste products. The correct answer is letter C. Correct. Number 3. What is the main function of the small intestine? Letter A. Absorption of nutrients. B. Mechanical processing of food. C. Secretion of digestive enzymes. Or letter D. Storage of bile. So what is your answer? Function daw ng small intestine. Of course, it's letter A. Absorption of nutrients. Number 4. Which body system transport nutrients absorbed by the digestive system? Pagkatapos daw ma-absorb ng villi yung mga nutrients, ano yung nag-transport ng mga nutrients sa katawan? Nervous system, circulatory system, respiratory system, or endocrine system? It's letter B, circulatory system. Kasi nga diga, pagka-absorb ng villi, it will be transported in our blood streams, okay? Which is part of our circulatory system. Next, number 5. What roles do the liver and gallbladder play in digestion? Okay. Ano daw? Anong ginagawa ng liver and gallbladder? A. Producing bile. B. Absorbing nutrients. C. Filtering blood. Or D. Pumping oxygen. Of course, it's letter A. Producing bile. Number 6. How does food move through the digestive tract? Paano ba gumagalaw ang ating food sa digestive tract? Through diffusion, through muscle contractions, through osmosis, or through passive transport? Of course, it's letter B, yung ating muscle contraction known as peristalsis. Number 7, which of the following is a mechanical processing step in digestion? Mechanical, ha? Chewing, emulsification, enzymatic breakdown, or chemical digestion? Okay, it's letter A, chewing. Number 8, what happens during the process of absorption in the digestive system? Ano bang nangyayari during absorption sa ating digestive system? A, food is broken down into smaller molecules. B, nutrients move from digestive tract into the bloodstream. C, waste products are eliminated from the body. D, enzymes are secreted to aid in digestion. Okay, it's letter B, nutrients move from the digestive tract into the bloodstream. Number 9. What is the primary function of the large intestine? Absorption of water and minerals, absorption of nutrients, production of bile, or letter D, secretion of digestive enzymes? Ayan, so it's letter A, absorption of water and minerals. For number 10, how do body systems work together in digestion and excretion? Paano ba work yung ating body systems together in digestion? A, by producing hormones. B, by sharing nutrients. C, by transporting waste products. Or D, by regulating body temperature. Okay, it's letter C, by transporting waste products. Okay, yun yung pinakamalapit. So, hindi naman pwedeng by producing hormones. Hindi naman lahat ng body system nagpo-produce ng hormones. By sharing nutrients. Okay, hindi rin. Okay, or D, by regulating body temperature. Hindi rin naman. Okay, next. Which of the following is not an example of a model used to explain body system working together? Okay. Alin ang hindi natin pwedeng gamitin na model? Flowchart, diagram, simulation, or spreadsheet? Okay, letter D, spreadsheet, Excel. So, familiar ba kayo sa spreadsheet? Grade 8. Number 12, how does the plant transport system differ from human digestive system? So, wala pa tayo dito. So, I know, baka yung iba mamali A, plants do not have digestive enzymes. B, plants do not absorb nutrients. C, plants do not have a circulatory system. And D, plants do not undergo elimination. Okay, so the correct answer is letter A. Plants do not have digestive enzymes. Okay, 13. Which of the following is not a function of the liver in digestion? Producing bile, storing glycogen, filtering toxins from the blood, or producing insulin? It's letter D. Ano? Ang producing insulin ay function ng pancreas. 14. What is the function of bile in digestion? Okay, breaking down of carbohydrates, hindi rin, kasi amylase ano, emulsifying fats, absorbing water, transporting nutrients. It's letter B. Ano? And for last number, which body system controls muscle contractions in the digestive tract? Of course, it's nervous system, circulatory, muscular, or respiratory. Ayan, it's nervous system. Okay? So, that's it or that's all for today and I hope that you learned um something for today. So, kung gusto niyo ng PowerPoint, pwede ko rin namang i-send sa inyo. Just send a message sa aking email para magkaroon kayo ng copy ng ating PowerPoint presentation. Thank you so much and I hope na may natutunan naman kahit papaano.